What's up, folks? It's your buddy Fatalroadie. Tonight we're going to be doing the review of SmackDown Live. It started off with a recap of last week's women's match to decide who was going to be the number one contender, which ended up leading into the women's Money in the Bank match. Shane McMahon comes out to the ring. Charlotte, Becky, Tamina, Carmella with James Ellsworth, and Natalya are out in the ring waiting for him. Shane McMahon unveils the new women's Money in the Bank briefcase. Everyone in the women's division gets their opportunity to cut their little promos. Then Naomi comes out, she cuts a promo. Lana comes out. Finally, she's a member of SmackDown. She says that she wants in on Money in the Bank. Everybody in the women's division starts laughing at her. We then go to a 6-women tag match, which we've seen over and over again. We'll probably be seeing another one of these in some incarnation between now and Money in the Bank. Natalya, Carmella, and Tamina versus Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Naomi. It was an okay match, albeit for seeing it about 1.5 million times so far again. A brawl starts off, and in the process of doing that, Lana comes out and distracts Naomi. There's a little bit of trash talking between Naomi and Lana as Naomi tries to jump over the top rope. Lana grabs her leg and flips her over, which allows Tamina to get a super kick in and the pin. So once again, Natalya, Tamina, and Carmella win the 6-man tag match, or their side wins yet again. We then go backstage to where Shane McMahon walks into his office and is looking at the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal trophy. Mojo Rawley comes in and says that he wants an opportunity to get into Money in the Bank. Shane McMahon says, well, if you want an opportunity, you got one, but in order to get into the Money in the Bank, you have to face Jinder Mahal. We then go to our next match, AJ Styles versus Dolph Ziggler.
Dude,
we're going to be seeing these people, all the people in the Money in the Bank match. Again, it's going to be just like Extreme Rules. We're going to be seeing Ziggler versus AJ Styles. Later on in the night, we have Kevin Owens versus Shinsuke Nakamura. We'll probably have either Baron Corbin and Sami Zayn next week. We'll get into all that later on. It was a good match, albeit the fact that we've already seen it about 1.5 million times. AJ Styles was able to hit the Styles Clash on Dolph Ziggler for the pin. So I guess we'll probably see that match again, like I said, another 2 or 3 more times between now and Money in the Bank. We then cut to another Fashion Police episode. Another thing that's getting old. This time, the Fashion Police run into the New Day, and the New Day are asking for any type of information on the Usos. So now we got the New Day in on the Fashion Police stuff. We then go to Mojo Rawley versus Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal is introduced by the Singh brothers. It was a good match. I really liked it. Mojo Rawley was in control for a good portion of the match until the Singh brothers interfered. Shocker. And then Jinder Mahal took over from there. Got the Colossus on Mojo Rawley for the win. So Mojo Rawley is not going to be in Money in the Bank, unfortunately. That probably would have been something I would have liked to have seen. The only downside is if they would have put Mojo Rawley in, they probably would have had to put somebody else in as well to kind of balance it out. And I was almost thinking, as this match was getting ready to progress, that would have given an opportunity to put Rusev into the Money in the Bank, because like I said, he wanted a title match at Money in the Bank. We still have yet to see Rusev on SmackDown. This is going on 3 weeks, I think, where he said that he was coming to SmackDown to get an answer from the commissioner, and he hasn't. So I guess he's still watching hockey or something. Lana's on SmackDown. Where are you, Rusev? You said you were coming, and you've still yet to come. We then have a tag match between the Colognes versus the New Day. It's an in-ring debut of the New Day on SmackDown. It was a good match. Again, I liked it. I'm really when the New Day started their thing, I wasn't a big fan of it. Now I'm starting to turn. I'm not getting into the whole, power of positivity and all this stuff, but as a tag team, they're actually doing pretty good, and I'm actually starting to like them. It was a good match. I liked it. There was a lot of back and forth between the two teams. The New Day won it. As they're in the ring celebrating, the Usos music hits. They come out, start talking their shit. They're saying they got the tag team on lock, and then they start cracking jokes on the New Day. We then go to a backstage interview with Sami Zayn, where he says he's been watching footage from other Money in the Bank opponents to prepare for his match, and says he's going to be joining the commentary team for the Shinsuke Nakamura and Kevin Owens match. Baron Corbin comes out, interrupts the interview, and starts a beatdown on Sami Zayn. Another shocker. Baron Corbin hits Sami Zayn with a ladder, picks him up, throws in some more ladders, and says he's going to be taking his spot on commentary for the Owens-Nakamura match. We then cut to another backstage spot where Shane McMahon is on the phone talking about how he was not pleased with Baron Corbin's actions. He's interrupted by Naomi, who says she's tired of what Lana did, sick of her. She wants Lana at Money in the Bank. She doesn't care what the stipulations is if she has to put the title up. So Shane McMahon books a women's title match at Money in the Bank between Naomi and Lana, which would probably be an interesting match. I'm not exactly sure how I want to see that booked. I guess later, when we do a predictions video, I'll be a little more decided on who's going to win that one. But that does seem to be a decent match. Naomi says in closing that Lana better invest in one of those Russian hairy hats because she's going to snatch her hair clean off her head. We then go to the main event, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kevin Owens. Baron Corbin is on the commentary. This was another good match. Shinsuke Nakamura started off strong, beating on Owens, sent him rolling off outside of the ring. I was almost expecting to see somebody getting knocked into Baron Corbin, which is usually what the case is. Someone on commentary, someone gets thrown into the commentator. This didn't happen, but we'll get into that later. Kevin Owens gets back in control, gets Nakamura into a chin lock. Nakamura fights out of it. Later on, Kevin Owens tries to go for a superplex. Shinsuke fights out of it. Kevin Owens knocks Shinsuke down towards the bottom of the turnbuckle and goes for a cannonball, which I'll touch on that again in a few moments. Nakamura fights back. He ends up getting the Kinshasa on Kevin Owens and gets the pin for the win. As he's celebrating in the ring, Baron Corbin comes out and gives the end of days to Shinsuke Nakamura, lays him out into the ring, and there closes SmackDown for tonight. The part that I was going to touch on about the cannonball is one of the most ridiculous things I see in wrestling. I understand bouncing off the ropes to gain momentum for a move, like a flying shoulder tackle or clothesline, things like that. But to bounce off the corner, off of the turnbuckle, does almost absolutely nothing because there's not much give in that corner. You're basically just bouncing off of a wall and expecting to get catapulted in the opposite direction. That I just find that kind of funny. But Next week, we're probably going to end up having either Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin again, or some combination between the people in the Money in the Bank match. We're going to be running these people into the dirt until we see the pay-per-view. And I'm pretty much willing to bet that there's going to be the same thing for the women's side of Money in the Bank as well. This was a good SmackDown. I really enjoyed it. I would definitely say it was above average. It definitely did better than Raw from last night, by far. We didn't have all these in-ring... Well, we did have that one in-ring spot at the beginning. It wasn't as bad as The Miz's, but it was short. It was short to the point, and we got along. We didn't have no matches drug the show down. No, there weren't any spots that drug the show down. It was good, and I liked it. That'll end this review of SmackDown Live. Leave a comment down below what you think. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe. I'll have my Facebook and Twitter pages down in the descriptions if you want to reach me on one of those bits of social media for any comments or any suggestions. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if it's too loud, you're too old. See ya. You said you were coming, and you've still yet to come.
Bruh.
That's going to end up sounding wrong.